Hey guys, so I just wanted to make a quick video just kind of going over all of the things that you should expect from the midterm that's going to be happening next week. So as you can see in the announcement, I'll have posted all of this written information so you guys can read it over, but I just thought it might be a little bit easier for you guys to understand or for me to explain in a video. So if you're in my Thursday class, you guys will be having your midterm next week, Thursday, so April 2nd, and it'll be a 1 hour time. So you guys will have from 2 to 3 to complete it. And if you're in my Friday lab, yours will be next Friday, April 3rd, and you'll have between 12 and 1 to do it. So some specific things that I want you guys to think about when you're completing this. So you'll be having a specific scenario to go over. So I'll give you an elbow injury scenario, and you'll just go through the prompts and fill out the tables that I have listed under each prompt. So at the very bottom of this announcement, I've attached a document and I'm pre-assigning you to a specific scenario. So the first third of the class will have scenario A, and so on and so forth, and there's 3 scenarios. So it's very important that you open and complete the correct scenario, so the scenario that I pre-assigned, because if you do the wrong scenario, then you won't get credit for it. So on the day of your exam, if you go into the assignments tab and enter the folder that's titled Midterm Written Exam, you'll find that all 3 scenarios are listed and they're attached to that assignment, but again, you will only fill out the scenario that I pre-assigned to you. Okay, so again, for those who are in my Thursday class, your assignment will open at 2 p.m. and it'll close at 3 p.m. And if you're in my Friday class, your assignment will open at 12 p.m. and it will be due at 1 p.m. So you need to make sure that you're opening your scenario right at time, and then you have to have it submitted by the time that the assignment folder closes. If the assignment is not submitted before the folder closes, I won't accept it. It's really important that you guys are working on this individually, so there should absolutely be no collaboration on any of these assignments. So I don't care if you live with a roommate who has taken this class, you must do this on your own. There should be absolutely no talking between you or between any other sections. In order to complete this, you need to do your own work, and it should be original. Okay, so what some things that you should be studying until this exam occurs. So again, it's only going to be on the elbow, so you only have to focus on that one lab. So specifically, you want to make sure that you understand your palpations. And for a lot of these things, you guys are going to want to make sure that you understand why we do specific palpations or why we do specific special tests, because I'm going to ask you for your reasoning. So for palpations, you'll want to know obviously like where the structure is, but then also how to explain how you're going to palpate the structure. So for example, if you were going to palpate the lateral epicondyle, you're going to want to explain that you're going up that radius and you're going to end up on the lateral epicondyle. So you want to be specific in describing how you're palpating this so that I actually understand that you know what you're talking about. And then again, like I said, you want to make sure that you're explaining why you chose to palpate that specific structure. Next, you guys will be going through goniometry. So you have to explain how you're aligning the goniometer for specific motions that you chose to assess. And then again, what normal ranges of motion are. For manual muscle testing, you're going to want to explain specifically how you're going to do a manual muscle test, so that again, I know that you know how you would perform it. And again, you have to explain why you chose to assess a specific motion. So why did you choose to do elbow flexion, for example? You want to make sure that you're familiar with your special tests. So kind of how we did with our first practical, if I gave you a specific injury and you had to know what special test tested for that, you have to be familiar with I'm gonna do Cozen's test for lateral epicondylasia. Okay, so you need to know what special tests are for specific injuries, and then obviously you have to know how to perform that special test, and then also explain what a positive test would look like. And then the last part, make sure that you guys are comfortable with that SOAP format that we talked about in the first week of classes. So explaining to me how you're going to take a patient history, like what types of questions are relevant to this injury that you guys have, and then also what types of things are we going to be looking for in an observation. So take a look at that first lab to get re-familiar with the information that's in there. But other than that, you guys can look through this announcement that I have. Everything that I just said should be written out in there. And then make sure that you take a look at the attachment to see what scenario I assigned to you, okay? If there's any other questions, be sure to email me. I'll be checking my email pretty regularly. So good luck studying, guys, and let me know if there's any questions.